Okay, in a little bit of a two birds one stone mood, so I'm filming another video right now. Okay, this is really random, but I wanted to make this video because it's funny, because I enjoy filming stuff and sharing stuff. So I am going to... Okay, so I thought I wrote a little note with the top 5 experiences, but I can't find it. But anyway, I wanted to share my top 5 most painful experiences. Not like mental pain, but like physical experiences. Okay, so obviously it's hard to rank things like that, especially because it's happened over a lifetime. So my tolerance or perception of pain would have changed from like how I felt pain when I was 10 to when I was now. And also you can't really compare things that happen so far away. And when like if something's like a burn pain compared to a knife pain, it's going to be a different type of pain. But if I'd had to pick when at the time I was in the most pain, I think these would be the top 5. But I'm not too sure. But anyway, so I will start with, should I start with the 5th? Wait, I need to remember which order I was doing them in anyway, so... I can only think of 3 right now, but I know I've had... like, I can think of lots of times I've had intense pain, but I'm trying to think of the top ones. Okay, so I was going to start with 5 and work up to the worst, but because I can't really think of 5 right now, I'm just going to start with the first things I can think of. Okay, so number 1, running the Balmoral burn. Like, whew, mate, oh my gosh, like, I can't explain. Just, you got to do, if anyone runs the 400 or has done 400 or 400 hurdles, you know, like lactic pain, and like when you train, like you get in like the pain you get from lactic, like obviously it's bad, but it's not going to be like your top 5 experiences, because, you know, breaking an arm is much worse in the intensity of pain. But like running, but Balmoral burn, it was the most I think it was the most painful experience, but it was bad. So I remember, so Balmoral burn is basically this really, really steep hill, and it's only 420 meters up a hill, which sounds like not far, but it's like the times people run are like closer to an 800 than a 400. Like they have an elite race, and like Olympians get invited to run. Decent athletes go and run the elite race, and like in the women's, they'll be running just under 2 minutes. They'll be running, you know, a little bit under 2 minutes for 420 meters. That's how steep it is. And so I used to do it with my school. And then in year 11, that was the last time I did it. So when I was 16, I did it with my training partner, Hayley. And I forced her to do it with me. And she weirdly always talks about wanting to do it again. And I was like, oh, what is wrong with you? But no, it's a really fun day. But like, it is like when we used to do it with school, because our teacher would enter a few relays, because there's like a school relay team. People would vomit after the event, obviously, but so many people would vomit before it because like it's scary. But like more so than a normal event. So when I was in year 11, I ran in the opens, and I ended up coming second. And when I crossed the line at the top, because literally people walk it, like it's 420 meters, you don't walk in like an 800, but it's that steep. You are dying, like your body is on fire. And I crossed the line, and literally I was like, I was literally in so much pain. There was like, okay, my phone storage just got full, so I had to go and clear it. Balmoral burn. So when I crossed the line, I was in that much pain. It was just like a normal race. It was just like a race where they have like, and if you've ever done like City to Serve or something like that, how they have like lines across the top with where the timing chip works, and like a big banner thing, and there was like fences at the side. I literally like walked a meter to the fence at the side and then like collapsed over it. Like it was messed. Like I literally was just like, I just like collapsed. And then these like medical people came and like grabbed me and dragged me off to the side, and I just like lay there dead for like 2 hours. It was painful. Honestly, you just have to go and try Balmoral burnout and experience that pain. It's like more lactic than what lactic is. It's like the epitome of lactic. But yeah, okay. Another painful experience was getting these piercings. Oh my gosh. These piercings, like cartilage didn't feel like anything. These obviously are like completely pain-free. But these, I don't know if I'm showing my ear right now or not. I'm just gonna like turn on the side completely. So these ones here, it's called like forward helix or something. Oh my gosh, the most pain I've ever been in, I think. I just said that before, but anyway. So I went to this piercing place in Cabramatta, which is like this really fancy proper piercing place, because I was like researching it, and like these are so known for getting infected, which they still got infected. Like, so yeah, I went on my birthday with a few of my friends from my training group, and my dad took us, and like I cannot explain the pain. So I was like in this chair. I wish we could have videoed it, but like Keely started videoing, and then she said like, I'm gonna video it, and then the lady's like, you're not allowed to video. But oh my gosh, so I was like holding Ella or Haley's hand, and I was squeezing it so hard that she like lost feeling in it, she said. But so I was like in the chair, and I just like kind of closed my eyes. I was like I'm not gonna think about it. And the needle, so basically it's done with a needle, and that skin's pretty thick, but like the needle goes in, and oh my god, it was so painful. And then the needle had to come back out, and it was the same amount of pain. And then she had to put the earring in, and it was horrendous. Like, it was so painful. Like, and it had to do it slowly. Like, she couldn't just go in, out. I had to be like pushing it in. And I was literally like, ah, like screaming, but like trying to say, I was like, ah, like trying to like, I had my eyes closed and was like doing it weakly, because I was just like, I don't even know. But people came out, like my friends were saying how people came out from the back of the store to see what was happening, and they were like cheering me on or something. But I was literally, oh my gosh, I was in so much pain. I started to like get quite faint by the end, and she was like, and I don't remember fully what was like they were saying, because I was like trying to just like concentrate on not feeling it. But the lady that was doing it, she was really nice. She was covered in piercings, and I was like, I'm so sorry for like being like crazy. And she was like, oh, it's so fine, someone's punched me in the face before, like you were really good. And I was like, whoa, props. No, but so I was literally like on the verge of like passing out by the end of like, because I started with, I don't know, I did 1, 2, 3 on the same at the same time, like not at the same time, in the same session. So by the end of the piercings, like I was in that much pain that I was just like fading. And she was saying something like, she's gone really pale, she needs some blood, she needs something, like some sugar, she needs something, she's gonna pass out. And all my friends were like, I heard the girls be like, she's not gonna, like, she needs a lolly or something. And all the girls were like, she doesn't eat lollies, like don't even try. Like literally, I remember one time in like year 11, I like felt really faint and like kind of passed out in geography. Okay, I'm not one of those people that pass out a lot or easily. Like it's only been like 3 times in my life, but like, yeah, but I'm just talking about them now. But I'm not someone who like is weak like that, no offense. But so, and in geography in like year 11, I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I just can't anymore. Like, and I just like fell asleep in class, and I couldn't like get up, but I was awake. I was just like, I'm so dead. And like our teacher was like, there's chocolate cake in the staff room, I'll go get it. And everyone was like, she's not gonna eat it. Like, and then he came back with a mandarin, which is so cute. But yeah, so I was like passing out, and then the lady was like, she needs something, and all my friends were like, no. And in my head, I was trying to say, I was gonna be like, get me a banana. I remember lying there being like I was fading, and I was like, in my head, I was like trying to say, get me a banana, and I was gonna like, get me a banana, but I literally was just like I couldn't. And then she was just trying to put something in my mouth, and I was just like, instead of saying get me a banana, I was just like, and like she put like a lollipop into my mouth or something, and then I was just like so gone that I didn't know what was happening. But that was so painful, and I literally was like in the car like after. I have a little video I took of like the girls in the back, and I was just like, I can't. It was bad. They ended up getting infected, and it wasn't as painful as the actual experience, but you know, I've held it out. when I got my wisdom teeth pulled out, which actually wasn't that painful, like I was awake when it happened, and the worst bit was the crack of when they ripped it out of my gum. Like the dentist was so lovely. Like I was awake, but they put like needles in your gums for anesthetic, so that kind of hurt a little bit, but the actual ripping it out didn't hurt. It was more the few days after when the anesthetic wore off and my gums and head was like in so much pain. But when it got pulled out, like she was like, there's going to be a huge crack, but she was like, do you like, so because there's 2 teeth, you can pick 2 songs. So I picked Greatest Showman, and she was like, just concentrate on the music. And in my head, I was just like waiting for Zac Efron's bit, because that bit, his voice is so beautiful. And I was just like trying to like focus on that. But when it was happening, because she was like ripping a tooth out of my gum, and it was like cracking, because wisdom teeth are massive, like compared to these teeth. And she was like, it's so fine, you're doing so well, darling, like it's completely natural, it's so fine. And in my head I'm like, this is so not natural, like you're ripping a tooth out of my skull, like this is not natural. But yeah, why did I start talking about my wisdom teeth? I don't remember. Why did I start talking about my wisdom teeth? I don't know. Anyway, so back to the piercing story. Oh yeah, because when I went to the dentist, my piercings were still infected. Like it wasn't bad, it was just like they'd hurt to sleep on. I couldn't sleep on it. I was using the spray and stuff, and they'd bleed sometimes every now and then. And then this is a few months after getting it done, when I got my wisdom teeth pulled out, the dentist was like, I'm just going to clean your ear for you. I had the same type of infections in my piercings, and she used hydrogen peroxide, and she cleaned it out for me, and then she like gave me a bottle of hydrogen peroxide, and I've been using that, and it really helps. So yeah, she was really lovely. Okay, another painful experience. Oh my gosh, getting laser and waxing. So like now it's like so fine, because I don't really get any. So like I got laser. I haven't shaved my underarms in like 4 months, and there's still nothing there because of getting laser. It's really good. Like I recommend it. I remember in year 10 saying, since year 10, I was like, I'm getting laser when I'm older. Like I'm going to get like Brazilian and underarm laser. And then some of my friends were like, do you want to look like a 12-year-old girl forever? And I'm like, personally, I don't think I'm ever going to want to have pubes in the future. Like, I don't think I'm going to be 40 or 30 and be like, I regret not having pubes. Like I just never think I would. And like 2 years later, when I was in year 12, I still was like, I haven't changed my mind. So I was like, if I say I want something and it's like something big, like getting a tattoo maybe, and because that's something like irreversible, obviously, you don't want to just get it after deciding you want to. You want to wait like a year or 2, and if you still want to, then it's like, okay, I've wanted it for a few years now. But yeah, I've always just been like, I'm getting laser. It's so good. I actually take it for granted now. Like I forget, like if we go to the beach and the girls are like, oh, like I had to like shave my bikini line, I'm just like, oh lol, I forgot about that. Like I literally don't need to think about that. But I used to, in the last few years of high school, sometimes get waxes. Whoa, so painful. Oh my gosh, like getting like a Brazilian wax. Like I remember one time I was in so much pain, and my friend Kiara came with me, and she was in the room with me getting it done, and she literally ended up being the one that held my legs open because I kept like kicking my legs. I don't know if this is too much info, but sorry about it. But anyway, so getting Brazilian waxing is very painful. But getting laser, the first round, I found more painful. Like when I was Googling it and stuff, it says it just feels like getting flicked with a hot rubber band. That would be 10 times less painful than what it felt like. It was so painful, and you can like smell burning hair as well. It was just like, oh my gosh, so painful. I was just, It's really fast though, but like when it was happening, it was so painful. Like it was just like, I can't explain what it felt like, because it definitely wasn't getting flicked with a rubber band. Maybe getting flicked with like a burning rubber band made of metal knife, made of sharp spikes that had sharp spikes on it. That's more like what it was. Because obviously the skin is really sensitive there, and it's not like, I don't know, I feel like getting your arm waxed or something wouldn't be as bad as downstairs. But yeah, so that was so painful. And then as you do it more often, because you actually, like I thought you just go get laser once and it's gone forever. you have to repeatedly go like every 4 weeks for the first 10 times. And then after that you go like, you top it up every few months, and maybe after getting it done for a while you go once or twice a year, because after a while it does start to grow back really wispy hairs, and you just have to go and get it done again. And yeah, so I was like, what the heck? But yeah, so the more times I've done it now, I've done it like 14 times, so that's why I don't really get any hair anymore. The more times I go now, it doesn't hurt. Like, it hurts a tiny bit, but it's nothing, like, it's not bad pain. But the first few times when the hair was still like alive, when there still was pretty much hair, it was really painful. So I've actually said 3 most painful experiences. I'm not going to say most painful because there's definitely going to be more, but I just can't think of them. But 3 painful experiences: Balmoral burn, these piercings, and laser hair removal. That's all I can think of for now. There's definitely more, but it would take me so long to keep going. So I don't know, if you want to hear more painful experience stories, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this one. See ya.